Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If there's one thing that's been buzzing around lately in NFL circles, it's the potential blockbuster move involving the Washington Commanders and a very intriguing name that's been making headlines, Danielle Hunter. Yeah, you heard that right. The veteran pass rusher from the Houston Texans. It's not every day you get an opportunity like this, and chance to add a proven, disruptive edge rusher to a defense that's looking to take a major leap forward. And let me tell you, if these rumors turn out to be true, it could be a game changer for Washington's playoff ambitions and their overall rebuild in the NFC East. Now, the buzz was sparked by some sharp reporting from Adam Schefter, who's been all over the NFL trade scene lately. According to his sources, the Commanders are in serious talks to acquire Danielle Hunter from the Texans. The Texans, sitting at a 5-9 record and clearly in tank mode with their young quarterback C.J. Stroud, who's been impressive, by the way, with a QBR of 79.3, are looking to shed some cap space and stockpile draft picks. They've got around $19 million in cap space, but they're prioritizing freeing up roughly $14 million to invest in their offensive line and wide receivers, while their defense is giving up roughly 30 points per game. It's a classic rebuild situation, and trading away a player like Hunter, who's still in the prime of his career at just 31, makes sense for them. Meanwhile, the Commanders, with about $28 million in cap space, are aiming to make a splash. The move to bring in Danielle Hunter isn't just about adding another name to the roster. It's about elevating the entire front seven, especially considering the current state of the defensive line. Hunter, who's been a force for the Texans this season, would slot perfectly alongside Frankie Louvu, who's been impressive himself, with 7.5 sacks in 2025 and a PFF pass rush grade of 85.6. Together, they could create one of the most formidable pass-rushing duos in the league. Let's break down what Hunter has been doing this season. At 31, he's still showing why he's considered one of the premier edge rushers in the NFL. Hunter has racked up 13 sacks so far, which puts him in the top 4 per NFL. Calm, and he's also been a nightmare for quarterbacks with 20 QB hits. His PFF pass rush grade is an elite 89.8, indicating just how disruptive he's been on passing downs. His pressure rate per snap is an impressive 0.43, meaning nearly every other snap, he's putting pressure on the quarterback. That's the kind of production that can turn the tide of games. Throughout his career, Hunter has been remarkably consistent. He's played 130 games, accumulating 110 sacks, an eye-popping number, along with 460 tackles, 5 forced fumbles, and a knack for making plays when it matters most. Even after suffering a knee injury in Week 5, Hunter has managed to stay healthy, missing 0 games since then. That durability, coupled with his explosiveness and versatility, makes him a perfect fit for a defense that's been trying to find its identity. What's even more exciting is what Hunter's addition could mean for Washington's overall defensive numbers. Currently, the Commanders are aiming for a significant boost in their pass rush. Adding Hunter could push their projected sack total from around 35 up to 50 sacks. That's a 17% increase in defensive EPA, which is a fancy way of saying they'd be more efficient and disruptive overall. The impact extends beyond just sack totals. It's about setting the tone, pressuring quarterbacks, and forcing mistakes. Remember, the Commanders already have a solid foundation with Jonathan Allen anchoring the middle, sporting a PFF grade of 87.2, and a defensive line that's been improving under the guidance of coach Jack Del Rio. This move also echoes the kind of impact we saw back in 2018 when the Bears traded for Khalil Mack. That trade transformed their defense, adding 15 more sacks and turning their pass rush into one of the league's best. Hunter's presence could have a similar effect for Washington, especially considering their current trajectory. With Hunter, the Commanders could aim for a total of around 50 sacks, a huge leap from where they are now, and that's just the start. Beyond the numbers, adding a player of Hunter's caliber offers a psychological boost. When opponents see that kind of pass-rushing talent lining up, it changes how they game plan. It creates more one-on-one matchups for Jonathan Allen and others on the line, freeing them up to make plays. It also helps in third-down situations where every sack and pressure counts. And let's not forget, Hunter's versatility allows him to line up on the edge and sometimes even slide inside if needed, giving defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio even more flexibility in his schemes. Now, the NFL is a league where every move is scrutinized, and the trade market is notoriously unpredictable. But if the Commanders pull this off, trading a third-round pick for Hunter, it could be a steal. It's a move that signals the team's serious intent to contend, or at least to accelerate their rebuild with a proven difference-maker. Plus, it's a strategic move that could accelerate their rebuild, potentially shaving 11% off their time to becoming serious playoff contenders, according to some analysts. And let's talk about the bigger picture here. The NFC East is no joke. The Eagles are still loaded, the Cowboys have one of the best defenses in the league, and the Giants are trying to piece things together. For Washington, making a move like this isn't just about this season. It's about setting up for the future, establishing themselves as a dominant force in the division again. With a stronger pass rush, they can better contain mobile quarterbacks, force turnovers, and dominate the line of scrimmage. It's about creating a culture of relentless pressure, and Hunter fits that mold perfectly. Of course, there are questions. Will the Texans bite? Will Hunter stay healthy? Can Washington integrate him seamlessly into their system? Those are questions only time will answer. But from a strategic standpoint, this move makes a lot of sense. It's about adding talent, boosting morale, and sending a message to the rest of the league that the Commanders are serious about competing now and in the future. The potential for this trade to reshape the defensive landscape of Washington is enormous, and if it happens, it will be one of the most talked-about moves of the offseason. Now imagine the impact on the field. A front with Hunter and Luvu terrorizing quarterbacks, setting the tone for a defense that's been a bit inconsistent this year. Imagine the confidence boost for the entire team, knowing they've got a proven pass rusher who can change games with a single sack. It's that kind of impact that can propel a team from average to playoff bound, from playoff hopefuls to genuine contenders. And remember, this isn't just about one player. It's about the entire defensive philosophy shifting, about creating a culture where relentless pressure and disciplined execution become the norm. Hunter's addition could be the catalyst that ignites the entire defense, making them a nightmare for opposing offenses week after week. It's about building a legacy, establishing a team identity that commands respect across the league. And if they pull it off, Washington could be looking at a defense capable of carrying the team deep into the postseason in the coming years. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is still in the rumor stage, and the NFL offseason always brings surprises. But if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that the Commanders are serious about making moves to elevate their defense. Adding a player like Danielle Hunter isn't just a splash move, it's a statement. It says Washington isn't here to just compete, they're here to dominate. And if they manage to pull this off, it will send shockwaves through the league and give their fanbase a lot to be excited about. Looking ahead, the team's future looks brighter with each move. The combination of Hunter's pass-rushing prowess, the young core of talent already in place, and the steady leadership of players like Jonathan Allen could help Washington finally turn the page and become a perennial playoff team again. The NFC East is tough, no doubt, but with the right pieces and a little bit of luck, the Commanders could be the team that surprises everyone next season. So stay tuned, folks. Rumors are swirling and the offseason is just heating up. We'll be here to keep you updated on every twist and turn, every trade, every signing that could reshape the landscape of the league. Whether this move happens or not, one thing is for sure, Washington Commanders fans should be excited about what's coming next. The team is clearly aiming high, and with a little bit of luck, this could be the start of something special. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.